Previously on Survivor. A swap changed the game, and after old tribe mates went head-to-head, new Piscala was heading to tribal. Jam seemed to be in a power position.
Like, okay, I guess Amanda's going home because Dane's on board, and I have Jam and Santi who's gonna vote Amanda.
Until Santi sided with Tim. Amanda was in the middle, and chose to target the biggest threat against her.
I'm making the quote, $1 million decision right here. I didn't think I'd be in this position.
And Jasmine was blindsided. 13 remain. Who will be voted out tonight?
I just wanted to say it because I wanted to be honest. I didn't want to lie to my team.
We are ready.
I think
So you have to say it, you have to say it.
I don't want to talk about it. Tear. Jam is done, but it's Am now with the silent J. I'm trying to be very nice now by not saying curse words. So, Amanda, you suck.
We're just discussing the hopelessness of our situation because
We're both gonna get voted out.
We think the possibility of them throwing challenges is strong just to get rid of us. So there's nothing we can do if they intentionally throw a challenge.
I know I shouldn't be basing the whole game off of one alliance. Jam was very strong, and I think that we grew very close. I just felt like all hope was gone. Now Santi knows that I'm not voting with him anymore.
Santi wants to keep Tim for sure. He's probably gonna get rid of Dane.
But keep him for a while. They're like bitches now.
Yeah, exactly.
Easily persuade, easily swayed.
And then he has Amanda through Tim.
Yeah. You displayed that you were too smart. I think he would have kept you in the loop.
Yeah, if we lose again, I'm out. Santi has told Angie that she'll be okay for at least one more tribal, so that just leaves me. I do think there's nothing more dangerous than someone with nothing to lose, and that's me. If we go to tribal again, I'm just gonna tell everyone what I think of them because Amanda's a snake. Santi, I think Santi's more of a lost boy. I feel bad for pinning the whole thing on him. I think Amanda is the evil, gremlin Cabbage Patch looking mastermind behind this because she definitely played us for 8 consecutive hours.
I think Mike can be swayed. I don't know. I'm gonna go.
You talk to
find
Mike.
I'm telling you, shotgun a few beers with him. I feel like that's Mike language, you
Yeah.
know? It's just some shots of gross stuff.
Natty though.
Yeah, whatever. Natty light.
Natty.
Amanda and Tim are definitely kind of a package deal, and I don't see why anyone wouldn't want to break that up. They had fun breaking Jasmine and Angie and I up, so.
I just found out that Jasmine got voted out. I'm so incredibly mad right now. I was eating dinner with my family at home, having a nice home-cooked meal, and I got a text from, I think it was Morgan or Angie, saying Jasmine got voted out. I'm at home and I'm freaking videoing myself for this freaking game because I'm so mad at that fucking snakes, man. I'm pissed, and the hardest part about this is I have to pretend like I'm not. I don't give a fuck about winning anymore. I really don't give a fuck about winning. I just give a fuck about fucking some people over. Me playing this game is not about me winning, it's about you losing. That's all it's about, Amanda and Santi. It is only about the two of you losing. I don't know. It's, I mean, I don't know.
Hard decision, very hard decision to decide whether to vote with the girls or to vote with Santi and Tim and Dane for now. I really wanted to get Jasmine out because I think she's less trustworthy. Last minute I switched it from being Morgan to Jasmine. Like I was like, Tim, Santi. And they were like, yeah, sure, whatever you want, as long as you're voting with us.
I can't like pretend like I'm not disappointed. Like,
yeah, I figured you were not very happy with my choices.
I think you made the wrong decision. But I mean, at the same time, I mean, I guess you went with your gut, and I guess I have to respect that.
Liam and I think I underestimated how closely he trusted me. He wasn't being very transparent about who else he was closely aligned with. I didn't really care about hurting him because he wasn't giving me what I needed in terms of an alliance.
So I guess where do we stand now?
I'm just kind of disappointed, but I mean, in the long run, I still value this relationship, I guess.
Jasmine was apparently having all these side alliances and shit. It was playing a lot of people. They tried, Jasmine, Angie, Morgan tried to get a girl thing going, and tried to get Amanda to vote with them or something.
Right.
And Amanda kind of was just nah, fuck you. But I prefer Santi to stay. And I'm worried that Tim and Amanda are gonna just get rid of Santi.
I know that caused hard divisions in Old Chickasha. Liam does not trust Santi, hates Amanda now, and they used to all be working together. That is great for Pascala and is exactly what I wanted to play out when I knew that we were going in 6-8. So I think that our 6 can still stay strong. Hopefully they all just turn on each other and we can end up doing really well.
I still think we can work with Santi. I don't have a problem with him at all. Like I said, I believe him. I'm gonna try to mend the relationship with Liam.
Right.
But I don't know how to go about that really without saying because I don't want Liam to think that I'm taking Santi's side over his. You know what I mean?
Right.
So, I want to work with you. I want to work with Sadie. I want to keep Liam and Santi working together, but I don't know how I'm gonna do that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. This is crucial to win this next challenge. I don't know where everyone stands. Everyone's told me Josh, but now, especially with Jasmine out, I don't know if they want to vote out Old Chickasha members because they were feeling good before. So I think they might want to take me or Sadie out, but that's so scary to me.
I knew Mike from outside of this.
Right.
And we kind of have a partnership. I was talking to him. I know that kind of you, Sadie, Della, all kind of connected. I was yeah, we should all team up and get rid of Josh.
That would sound
And he has 5 queens, so that's
crazy.
That's the thing. So if we lost and he had the idol, that would be a tough decision.
At this point, the new Chickasha, definitely Josh is still our target, especially with 5 immunity idol clues, because if he doesn't have it by now, he kind of deserves to go home.
Chickasha kind of has an advantage.
Right. So just say that.
Yeah.
I'm nervous and think that it's gonna be me, Sadie, or Delron kind of deal.
Yeah.
So then he feels okay.
Yeah, he feels safe because he thinks he has
Right.
Honestly, if we just lost one time, got rid of Josh and went to the fridge, I'd be fine with that.
Me too. I would love to blindside Liam, but I don't know if I'd have the votes for that right now. So I think it's gonna depend on how well we do as a tribe. I have the easy vote, which would be to vote Josh out and blindside him. But I personally don't want to do that. But if it's the best for our tribe and we'll not ruffle as many feathers, I might have to do that.
Our plan as Chickasha before was to get Abby out, so I'm still down to do that. I know Liam and Mike are down with that because
the plan with Chickasha now is basically the guys are going to stick together, I think, and we pretty much agreed that we think Abby should be the next person to go. I'm confident me, Mike, and Liam are going to stick together. We've talked about how we got to stick together until the merge. That we'd have to make it to the merge, all 4 of us. That being me, Mike, Liam, and Santi.
I mean, I know you have 4 clues, so
Yeah, I don't have it. I'll tell you that.
I mean, yeah,
I don't have it.
Do you think it's actually still out there or no? So if it's not still out there, who has it?
I don't know who has it.
People probably think I have the idol and I'm lying to them, but the boys in my tribe know that I'm not lying to them. But maybe Sadie just thinks I don't trust her yet. But I told her straight up, like, honestly, I do not have the idol.
The guys in our tribe were pretty close. We were like getting
Guys
closer
alliance.
as things were going.
Yeah. Doug and I had been talking about earlier, like, keeping Josh around, because if he knows he's at the bottom, like, he would come work with us. And so I talked to Josh, and he has no clue he's at the bottom, which is kind of sad. I just brought it up to Ivo because he wants to get Abby out.
Yeah, no. He's been saying that for a while.
And like
I don't want to get Abby out.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather get Josh out for now. If we split the vote 4-2-1, assuming Josh votes on his own, and the 6 of us vote, so like 4 of us will vote Josh, 2 of us will vote for like the second person we want home to go home, and then. So,
I mean,
like,
the thing is, like, who would that
be?
be though? You and Doug are pretty tight, and right, like, is that right?
Yeah, I mean, I trust him.
And then I know like Delaram was on your tribe, but I know Abby and Delaram are pretty tight.
Like, as of right now, we're kind of in pairs. So it's like me and Doug, Delaram and Abby, and then Mike and Liam. And so Josh is the one without a pair, so like he's kind of the easy vote. He had no clue he was on the bottom. He has no clue.
Did you tell him that he was on
No, I know.
Okay, yeah, I was gonna say.
I know, no, I didn't tell him.
No,
I
he
was
think,
like,
all right, so this is what
I
happened.
asked him who he was tight with, and he was like, yeah, like Liam, Mike, and he was like,
So
they wouldn't turn on me.
On our tribe, he texted me, Liam, and Santi, and was like, dude, we should get a guy alliance together. And we were like, all right, like totally, like. So like, I feel like I kind of need Josh now, and now, I don't know how much to play it, but like, I don't know how close Abby and Delaram are, but I'm gonna assume because they're roommates, they're not gonna go for each other. And I know Doug and Sadie are very close, and I know Doug really likes Delaram.
The more I think about it, the more I think if we go to tribal, we should tip off.
Josh.
Just tip him off at the last second. And if he goes home, then he goes home. And if he doesn't, then he still trusts us.
That's our best bet, because then no matter what, he'll trust us. You know what I mean?
It's almost like it's become Abby's idea.
Yeah. So like, me and Liam are kind of fucked, because if we get Josh out, which is what they want to do, we have no say in it, and like, one of us will be next. Like, why would they side with any of us? I think tipping him off is the best move.
Honestly, I wouldn't even be surprised if Santi tips him off.
Yeah, I mean, I can totally
like, Santi might have already tipped him off.
Yeah. Like, it doesn't seem like a smart move for me. I'm not gonna backstab Liam. Me and Liam are gonna, if we're not gonna go be final 2, we're gonna go down together at this point.
I knew that if I like made this flip, like, obviously I'm not on the top of that group's like,
honest, like,
rankings, but if I didn't make that flip, I was next.
From what I've gathered from Santi, is he was literally just trying to save his own ass, and like, I still trust him. I think Jasmine was lying. Santi gave me so much information, and it was just like too much for him to like make up on the spot, like as he was walking to my place. In your best interest would be to try to get Liam to trust you again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But also,
like,
in your best interest is to not piss off like Tim.
Yes, exactly.
But I know, but
honestly, I don't know if there's anything I could do to win back Liam's trust. I know he said that.
That's the only thing I can think of.
I know.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Like, because that's a big move, and that really.
Like, I want you guys to trust each other, because like then we get.
No, I know.
Then we have a squad back. This is what it is. Like, Liam trusts me.
Yeah.
You trust me. I trust both of you. We can still make things work. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah.
We can still make things work. Doug trusts both me and Liam now. Doug trusts you.
Yeah.
Like, Sadie trusts Doug. Like, we have a good like squad going forward.
I agree. You know what Morgan could easily do is like go talk to Amanda. Santi did this, because that's what Amanda did to me, right? To get it. So like, what would stop Morgan or Angie? Because they're.
I mean, I think Morgan's very loyal. I don't know about Angie, but from what I hear, like Morgan doesn't like to backstab anyone.
Angie backstabbed me.
Yeah.
So like, right before tribal, Angie texts me and is like, "I'm going Dane. I hope you understand." I told her I did. I don't agree. Like, it was not the best move for her. Now she lost my trust, #1 ally, and now, you know, we'll see what happens. Like, she doesn't have Jasmine anymore, so she's gonna be left scrambling.
So Angie and I were trying to find a place where we could meet that was like, we didn't want to do the diner because we thought the chances of running into someone there were high. So we just picked this random building, and turns out Liam was here talking on the phone.
Literally where we are right now.
So, what are you gonna do?
Me and Angie got together. Basically, I just wanted to get an idea of like what the deal was in between our talk and the moment she decided to go for Dane. And she explained a little bit about, this, like how Jasmine convinced her, all these things in the moment. But I think it just came out that she was sketched out by the talk we had and the fact that I wanted to go Morgan. It just really came down to, I think Angie didn't trust me enough as an ally. I guess she just felt like I'd be carrying her. I don't want to put words in her mouth, but I think that's the main message I got.
That overall talk was just basically going back and forth between Santi and I, saying, you were being sketchy, like, I didn't know what was going on, you didn't, like, text me this.
Well, I thought we were close, but...
I've proven by my actions up to this point that, I really wanted to work with Angie. I've just been really straightforward with Angie, told her everything about what I'm thinking, giving her information, and, being completely transparent about me. I have absolutely nothing against Angie. She's great. I just think it sucks that that's how it worked out. It sucks that I didn't earn her trust enough to make that alliance work. It is what it is, and I think we just have to move forward. And if down the line a situation comes up where we can work together again, that's great. But at this point, I just don't really see that happening.
Yeah. It just really sucks. I haven't been resisting it. Like, I've just been, okay, I don't care.
And Santi, like, straight up told me that he doesn't really trust me anymore and that we probably, like, can't really be allies. And I get it. Like, I was going into the conversation expecting that, but it just kind of, like, hurt just, like, knowing that someone that I was actually, like, planning on sticking with, like, towards the merge, I can't, like, rely on that ally anymore.
Welcome back, survivors. New Chikasha getting a look at the new Pescala. Jasmine voted out at the last tribal council. Mike, Chikasha goes home. How does it feel?
It's definitely interesting. I think what's more surprising is I don't have my mustache today.
What happened? Wasn't it a Halloween costume?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to regrow in faster.
Our next immunity challenge is a trivia bolo toss with a little bit of tower building mixed in. Some mishmash of things. So here's how it's gonna work. Chikasha, because you have one extra member, you're gonna sit someone out. You will take turns coming up one by one and answering a trivia question. The trivia question will be about the cast who is currently in. If you get the correct answer, you'll have an opportunity to throw the bolo onto the ladder. If the bolo lands on the ladder, you will get 30 seconds of time. For what, you may ask? Well, after every question has been asked and we add up all the time, you're going to elect 2 members of your tribe to build a 30-inch tower out of assorted blocks in these 2 bags. Whoever reaches 30 inches first wins. However, if neither tribe can reach 30 inches by the time the time is up, the tallest tower wins. Winner of this challenge receives tribal immunity and will not be going to tribal. The rest of you will be going to tribal council, and one of you will be the 8th person voted out of this game. We'll get 13th place. Chikasha, who are you sitting out? Sadie. Sadie is sitting out of this challenge. Alright. What country is Delaron from? Don't look back.
Shit.
Whoa. She looked back. Alright, reveal. Alright. Angie! Hold on. Angie answered Canada. And Liam answered Belarus.
Belarus, yeah. Belarus.
I thought she was like, what?
The correct answer was Iran.
Yes.
What school did Josh transfer from? Alright, 3, 2, 1, reveal. Mike says Penn State. Amanda says UMBC. Correct answer, Penn State. Mike has a chance to get the first time for his tribe.
Oh!
He does not get it.
It was like a really strong giraffe right at the end.
What sport does Josh report for in the Diamondback? 3, 2, 1, reveal. Angie and Liam both said football. Football is correct. Yeah, 30 seconds for Natasha. And we have Doug versus Santi, battle of the roommates.
Wait, you guys are roommates?
What is Dane's specific engineering major? Reveal. Santi says civil, Doug says civil. The correct answer is civil. Alright, Santi can get in 30 seconds for his tribe.
No!
And he did! What sport does Mike play and what position? If you get both correct, you get 2 tosses. If you get just one correct, that's 1 toss.
Okay.
I mean, are you done?
Yeah.
Alright, I saw 3 dots, so. Delaram said Quidditch and B, not a chaser. And then Morgan said Quidditch. Beater? The correct answer is Quidditch and beater. So Morgan gets 2 tosses. Delaram just gets 1. If you had added eater to the end of that, it would have been 2.
Hey, bro. Just
Why are there 2 different types of balls? Which one?
Well, there are different types. You have to choose.
You got it.
Morgan trying out different balls, seeing what feels right. Oh, he gets it! That is a 30-second advantage right now for Pascal.
Oh boy.
Got it.
Oh, Delaram, so close. What is Liam's specific major? Reveal. Mike said undecided business. Sanji said business undecided. You're both right. What is Tim's Instagram/Twitter handle?
Yes! Yo, it's bomb.
Wait, handle as in what?
As in, like, what you put, it's at, and then...
Oh, that.
Right now, Angie is revealing that she does not follow back to Tim. Alright, reveal in 3, 2, 1. Alright, so, Angie wrote at Tim Chew... Does that say Chew Dick?
I thought he would go funny. I don't know. I'm guessing it's wrong.
And then Liam said at Timmy's Insta.
And that's his Twitter name.
The correct answer was at Timmy the Coop.
Oh, I got Timmy right! Oh! Timmy Duck.
What state is Amanda from? Reveal. Mike says Pennsylvania, and Morgan says West Virginia? The correct answer is West Virginia. And Morgan gets it! We've asked a lot of questions, and we're only at 1.5 minutes versus a minute. We're going to increase the reward time by 1 minute. So each time you get one, it's 1 minute.
Oh, it's this tower to build. How many minutes?
I mean, it's going to take more than 1 minute and 30 seconds. We're going to switch a little bit between asking questions about you and asking questions about UMD.
Shoot.
This should be easy. When was UMD founded?
Oh, I know this.
It was a year. Alright, reveal. Alright. Mike says UMD was founded in 1934. Alright. Santi says 1896. Well, I'm going to say this. Santi, you were closer, but you're about 40 years off. It was 1856. Which members of the original Chickasaw tribe are not business majors? Alright, reveal. Alright, Doug says Santiago. Morgan says Mike, Santi, and Josh. The correct answers were Mike, Santi, and Josh. Mike is econ, Josh is journalism, Santi is government and politics. Pascala now gets 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Pascala now has 3 minutes 30 seconds. Pascala went from 1 minute and 30 seconds to 4 minutes and 30 seconds of building time. Alright, the current building times. Pascala gets 4 minutes 30 seconds. Chikasha gets 2 minutes. This is the second to last question. Which players live in Montgomery Hall? So, Morgan says Santi, Doug, Liam, and then Josh says Liam and Tim. The correct answers were Amanda, Liam, and Tim. And Morgan gets it again. Morgan is a beast at this challenge. And Josh gets it. It is now 5 minutes and 30 seconds for Pascala, 4 minutes for Chikasha. This is the final question. What does testudo mean? Reveal. Alright, Morgan says turtle. Liam says tortoise. You're close, it's tortoise. So. It is 5 minutes and 30 seconds against 5 minutes. We have Liam and Dalaram for Chikasha. We have Tim and Dane for Pascala. Because they have 30-second advantage, Tim and Dane are going to start. Once 30 seconds are up, you guys will start. We will go until the end of the clock. If you are not able to make the 30 inches by the end of this challenge, whoever's the tallest tower wins. Begin.
Let's go, y'all.
Make sure you
What?
pick a flag.
Make a plan. Make a
No,
plan.
I don't know. 15 seconds till you can start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right.
Let's go, y'all. They don't have a big lead.
Now have less than 2 minutes.
No, it's literally about a. Okay, you know what? We're gonna take these because they're lighter.
Yeah, that's perfect. 1 minute and 30 seconds
We're
left.
just doing our thing, you know?
I think you gotta build a little.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Because they're so like honey.
We're like
Okay, but it's like.
Chikasha's got a very
it's all you, and you're doing
wobbly
fantastic.
design.
You want to?
Okay, but it's. This is like Jenga.
30 seconds.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Chikasha's tower falls. There are only 15 seconds left.
Choose and go.
At the crucial 30-second mark, Chikasha's tower just crumbles. Pascal's not even trying anymore. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I'm so sorry, guys.
Congratulations, Pascala, on winning immunity. You guys will get a clue to your hidden immunity idol, and you will not be heading to Tribal Council. Unfortunately, Chikasha, one of you will be the 8th person voted out of this game. Got a little while to figure it out. Otherwise, got nothing for you. Head out.
The Bolo God, Morgan. She must be the best person to have on your team at tailgates.
I was impressed by how well I throw balls on a string at things. Maybe a career option to go into if the counting doesn't work out.
I mean, it feels good to like be kind of running it with Mike and Liam. In fact, I don't feel like I'm on the block. At this point, I kind of feel like I'm in charge of my tribe more than I thought I was.
Should we tip Josh off? Should we do it like through a text like right now?
No. We should wait until like tomorrow.
Okay.
We should wait until tomorrow because like we wouldn't know until tomorrow.
Yeah. I mean, losing always sucks. And I also literally told Delaram literally like 3 minutes before we started, hey, there'll probably be a Quidditch question about me or Abby. I play beater, Abby plays chaser. Like, it's not that hard to remember. Like, I don't understand how she just forgot. Like, it was, like, there's 3 positions. Like, and I assume that everyone here read the Harry Potter books. I'm probably the only one that hasn't. So I've seen the first and last Harry Potter movie. I kind of assumed the middle was filler, except, like, Emma Watson got hot. So me and Liam, like, have a great relationship. We're, like, I mean, it's always been us two. Like, we've always been doing this whole thing together. Like, if one of us went home before the other, I know it would be a struggle for both of us. Well, so we think he has our immunity idol, and we know Abby wants to get him out. So we were gonna, like, tip him off. They'd be like, yo, like, we don't know if you have it, but, like, if you do have the immunity idol, we know that your name is coming, and we only have us 3.
And we had us 3 for sure, and we don't know about Doug for sure.
So, like, if you have it, like,
you should play
it.
I don't know. I like Josh. Josh is a nice guy. He's just closer to Santi than he is with us.
We were gonna throw our 2 votes to Delaram.
But we don't have to anymore.
Yeah, we don't have to.
He's voting Doug. I don't think we should. Because that'll piss off Abby.
Yeah, I don't think we should either.
Honestly, that was ideal. That he was like Delaram, and we could just
He actually
go with that.
he said Delaram or Sadie to me.
He did.
And I was thinking Delaram or Abby.
Dude, that's ideal. If he's fine with Delaram, he'll go with Delaram.
Yeah.
Original tribes are just loose ties. They're loose ties that can be untied or pulled tighter, but they're just loose. And you know, there's lots of other things to be tied to.
I mean, it's not. I've told people. Doug and Sadie both have heard from me that Doug doesn't like, or not Doug. Josh doesn't like Abby. Abby doesn't like Josh.
Right. So we can just say his vote's going to Abby.
Yeah. And then when it goes to Delaram, let's be like, we didn't know.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right. That was him. Yeah.
If he goes home, it doesn't matter. We'll just say we had no idea.
Just want to go over the plan tonight. Suiting Josh and like no splitting.
I'm not okay. So I talked to Sadie and Delaram today.
Right.
And Sadie kept talking about splitting because she's not sure if Josh is gonna play the idol or not.
Right.
I also texted Mike. He said that he wasn't. He and Liam are gonna try and convince Josh that he's safe,
right,
and to get him to not play the idol.
At the moment, yeah, I am still about getting Josh out of New Chikasha, only because I've already started on that path.
Still down to go for Josh?
Yes, 100%.
So, yeah, no, I'm 100% down. He mentioned to us he wanted to go for Delaram last night.
She was like,
so we'll just say yeah. I mean, Sadie's like freaking out for some reason. She's like, what if he plays the idol? I'm like, he's not going to. You just don't do anything weird. Because I'm worried she's gonna try to split. She's like told me she was gonna try to split the vote, but I was like, why?
There's
like,
no point.
if you split the vote, like, what if you just throw a vote for me then? Like, then I'm going up against like Delaram, and then like we're fucked.
The problem is who would we split between?
That's what I'm saying. Like who would you throw your vote for? Like, honestly.
Like, it's like, even if I'd want to, I wouldn't want to throw it at like Sadie, you.
That's what I'm saying.
You know,
Yeah,
like
like,
Delaram, like I wouldn't want to like.
So the challenge was on Monday night. The tribal is on Tuesday night, and there isn't that much time for people to do anything crazy. We both trust Doug and Sadie enough to say, yo, let's get Josh out. We know Abby wants to get Josh out, and we know Abby can like pull Delaram. If Abby can't, we know like Sadie or Doug would be able to.
But he's either voting for Abby or Doug. I like him, but like, I don't know if we're gonna have another vote before we merge, you know. And I don't want him having an island merge, and we might not vote again.
We've only been working with each other now for like, I don't know, 4 days. So like, we'll see what happens and who I can really trust. In this game, actions speak louder than words. So, like, I've talked to everyone multiple times, but I don't know exactly what everyone's gonna do, and I'd be lying if I was saying I wasn't nervous. As of right now, Josh should be going home.
Facing Doug is interesting. I think it just reminds people that we're roommates, which everyone knows, but it's definitely something we don't want people to be constantly thinking about and realizing that, or just like having the thought, maybe they're working together, maybe they're like closer than they lead on.
If me, Sadie, Delaram vote for Liam, we can get Josh. The problem with getting Josh is we need you. He trusts you the most out of everyone.
I'm down. I'll do whatever it takes.
You would tell Josh?
Yes, if it's with you. Liam has the advantage. If he makes it to the merge, he's going to be 100% more prone to
He's
use
not
it.
seeing it.
He's not seeing it right now. It's the perfect opportunity.
Josh said you're his number one, so like getting him out.
Let's freaking go! We're doing this!
We realized there's somebody on the other tribe that doesn't trust me anymore, and this person has an advantage, and this person has a lot of influence. And when Doug brought that up as an option, I was 100% on board.
But Josh is an easy out. Josh is a very easy out. Like, especially if he makes this move. We gotta frame it on Josh.
You are the key, because if I told
I'm the key, but I'm talking about, like, Mike can't find out.
Yes, that's fine. I won't tell him, and then Josh is fine.
Mike can't find out.
Josh will have to blame me, which is fine. I'll take the
from Mike.
I'll take the credit. Josh trusts you and me, so why are we voting him out? And he was like, "It's not in my best interest to vote Josh out." I was like, "It's not in my best interest to vote Josh out." And we basically agreed that Liam going home will be the best for both of us. Okay, we'll never have a better opportunity. He has so much. He's the glue of the whole rest of their tribe. Sadie was the key, because if she still didn't want to vote Liam out, then that wouldn't, like, we wouldn't be able to do it, because we would need her and Delram's vote. I talked to Liam, and Liam was like, Liam said he wanted to vote Josh out. Then I was like, yeah, but I hope we just don't lose again, because I don't know what we're gonna do next. He's like, yeah, I don't know either, but it's a game, so like, it's fine. So he like, I was like, so basically you're gonna vote me out, but they're saying it's a game, so.
If we told Josh, Josh has no clue he's on the bottom. He thinks he's really tight with Liam and Mike, so he could just like not believe us that we were gonna go for him tonight and go running off and tell Liam and Mike, and like that'd be bad.
Santiago is Josh's number one, and if he had told Josh anything about how Liam smelled, he'd listen.
I don't know, but that's a lot of pressure on me!
I can talk to him. Me and Santiago can even corner him if we want.
Still really up in the air, and it can just change so quickly that, like, just like last week when Jasmine was voted out last minute, like I think that could definitely happen, and I could be on the end of that.
Because the thing is, once the merge happens, they're gonna have the numbers in their whole tribe, and with Liam's advantage, they're just gonna pick off like Amanda, Tim, and then us two. Getting Josh out now would be best for a short-term game. Like, we probably wouldn't go home. Like, we'd be fine until the merge. Okay. We can only work with Mike and Liam for so long. We're all too powerful.
I think this is
the time.
This is the time to like pick a side and just go.
Let's get him out. He has a lot of connections like everywhere, and is a good strategic player. Has the advantage, which already destroyed me like earlier in the game. So I didn't want that to happen again. So I was like, okay, let's make this happen. And
I don't know if you and Jasmine will work out then if you backstab Liam.
My heart would be bruised.
Oh no, your date might get canceled.
As far as the plan to get Liam out, it's incredibly risky. If Liam goes home, the primary person that's trying to get me out is out of the game. And that's a huge relief considering that Liam has the advantage and he has a big influence on whether or not that happens.
So, you know, when the original Chikasha, since the beginning I was talking to like Mike and Liam and how that was like originally a thing. And like the Guy Alliance became a thing like a little bit after, right? Since I've been talking to them from the beginning, I think they trust me a little bit more, so they've been keeping me in touch even though, well, not Liam anymore because like, he was a lot closer to Jasmine than I thought. True. So when she got voted out, like Liam doesn't trust me at all.
Really, he's pissed at you?
Yeah, he's very upset at me. Yeah. But Mike's been kind of like keeping me in the loop with what's been going on, and him and Liam are like kind of voting in unison. They're going to
tonight. You're gonna get
that. You're gonna get that.
But who's voting down? Or like
nobody's voting.
So who are you guys?
So this is why I sent you this talk earlier.
Okay.
I talked to Sadie and Delram. They'd be down to vote with us.
Okay.
Would you be down to vote Liam?
Vote Liam? Yeah, sure. If I'm on the line.
I definitely think I can trust Santi. Maybe it's silly, but I don't feel like he would have texted me out of the blue so urgently. It doesn't sound like someone trying to bait another person. It's just right now, like having that comfort of like me, Liam, and Mike being a strong 3 out of 7 is like so powerful.
Mike started a group chat, the 3 of us, being like we gotta stick together through this. Like, I wouldn't think he was that conniving to like started.
Mike's good at making you feel really comfortable because he comes off as really trustworthy. I think overall he is, but
Yeah, that's when I found out this plan with the
But being
RK. I was like
directed
6th grade. Yeah, exactly. That's why I just gotta cut the head off
too
the
close.
snake.
It's a lot to think about.
Alright, should we tell Josh?
It doesn't make sense for us too. I mean,
Yeah, you're right.
Like,
it doesn't make sense.
I want Josh to stay.
It's a mistake.
But it's gonna come back to us in like 2 seconds. Because if he stays, he's literally just gonna go up to Sadie. Why'd you vote for me? Oh, Mike and Liam told me to. He's gonna go to Abby. Why'd you vote for me? Oh, like Mike and Liam told us to.
It'll get back to us, and then he'll ruin us.
It's the only thing we can do. At this point, this was a perfect plan if we were on the original tribe.
We decided if we did tell him and he played the idol, everyone else would be very suspicious, and it would get back to them one way or another that we told Josh. As much as I like Josh, I think that's the best move.
Delaram, I'm going to point out the obvious. You and Abby are on the same tribe, and you're roommates. Does that... do you feel like that puts a target on your back?
Oh, absolutely. Ever since day one, before we were even put into these new tribes, I got a couple of votes on the other tribe for that reason. So I definitely understand the reason, but I feel like I could definitely be useful later on in the game, so I shouldn't be voted out.
Doug, you also have a roommate in this game. They're not on your tribe. Do you feel like it also puts a target on your back?
Definitely. There's no way that people it doesn't cross their mind.
Abby, with your roommate being on this tribe, is there sort of an idea of I want to keep her, she's my roommate, I trust her?
For now, I can say I trust her, but at the same time, it's a game, and as game goes on, people change, and so I don't know. I trust her now, and I hope I can continue to trust her. So don't fuck up.
Love your roomie.
Liam, yes. There is a 4-3 Old Chikasha advantage on this tribe. Is that going to weigh into tonight's votes?
It might.
Josh, you're nodding your head.
I was doing it subconsciously. I just think, we have, these prior relationships. We were forced into tribes with some people and not others. And a lot of times, the first people you talk to are then the people you feel closer with. So it's harder to start those really new relationships and have them be at the same level as the old ones, you know?
Doug, would you agree with that? That sort of you're stronger with the tribe you initially start out with?
Yeah, I would definitely say that. It's scary, honestly, to be here in the minority right now, because obviously they've been talking for weeks now.
So, Mike, do you feel like it's that simple? It's going to be minority, majority?
I mean, we'll see. It definitely depends on who you can trust. I mean, I can't do things for other people, but as long as the relationships stay true, I guess we'll see.
Why wouldn't the relationship stay true?
People, I don't know, just people change. Personally, I feel pretty good with the Chikasha members I brought, or I was given into this new tribe.
We're all Chikasha here.
True. Thanks, Liam.
We're a united tribe.
I think this tribe is more united than our own.
You know how it
One might say that. One might say that.
So, Delaram, if you three are strong together, then that's 3 votes. You only need 1 more. So, what's an argument you can give for flipping?
If it saves you.
If it saves them, they're in the majority.
Yeah. Oh. Shit. I don't see any benefit. I don't know. My brain is fried.
Wow, compelling argument.
Yeah.
Sadie.
Sorry, repeat the question. Was there a question?
Do you think there are any benefits for someone flipping if you guys are 3 votes and you only need 1 more?
I mean, honestly, there's no real good reason for flipping that I can think of. I mean, obviously that sucks for me, but I would probably do the same if I was in the majority, you know?
So, Doug, are you fucked? I mean, what is there to do?
I mean, like you said, I do have a roommate in the game, and Delaram does have the roommate in the majority, so Flip a coin, I guess.
So Mike, these three are sitting up here. They're just going, there is no point to flipping. We're in the minority, stay in the majority. I think that they're just hoping that they're not the most minority. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're hoping to stay another week and then hope that there's, like, merge happens. Josh, how do you decide who to vote out?
I mean, you just have to talk to the people that you've been talking to throughout the game. Think about, like, where you want to go in this game and who you trust and who you don't trust. And, like, in my mind, you vote out who you don't trust.
Unless anyone has anything else they want to say, we're going to get to the vote.
This is not fun. I don't like tribal. Oh fuck, I just drew myself with Sharpie. Oh, I just smudged it even worse. I hope you stick around. I'm sorry we didn't tell you about it, but hopefully you do play it and this vote's not for nothing. But even if you don't play it, I have a way to explain this, so.
Sorry, dude. I gotta do what's best for me. I wanted to save you, but can't.
Why are they so dark and all these things? Please don't have the idol.
You betrayed me, you're coming for me, and I really hope that I get you now, because you don't come for me.
All I know is somebody's getting blindsided tonight.
Alright, if anyone has a hidden immunity idol and you would like to play it, now would be the time to do so. Alright. Once the votes have been read, the decision is final. The person voted out will be asked to leave the tribal council area immediately. I'll read the votes. The first vote, Delarom. Josh. Liam. That is 1 vote Josh, 1 vote Delarom, 1 vote Liam, 4 votes left. Josh. Liam. That is 2 votes Josh, 2 votes Liam, 1 vote Delarom, 2 votes left. Liam. Eighth person voted out as survivor. Major conflict. Liam. That's 4. That's enough tonight. Liam. Tribe has spoken. Here we go. Wow. I wouldn't say that vote was united. Hopefully, none of you are the next people that it's united against. Have a good night.
You know, it sucks. It's a sinking feeling. Did I see it coming tonight? No. Not at all. It still doesn't really feel real right now. I'm sad I walked home with the advantage, too. I mean, I'm going to miss playing. I'm going to miss the challenges. I'm going to miss the people. But I'm not going to miss the stress that goes along with this. I just wish I could play a little bit longer, I guess. But, hey. What happened, happened.
Next time on Survivor. After Blindside, Mike is on a warpath.
Fuck them.
fucking kidding me? Piece of shit.
Literally, they all lied to us. Literally every single one of them.
And a surprise guest returned.